Hi, welcome to the Success Portal with me, Dr. Franklin, life strategist. Today I'll be talking to you about a habit which is very important, the habit of self-development. This is one of the videos in a series of videos called Success Habits. If you want to be successful at anything that you do in life, you need to commit to self-development. Self-development is very important because it will cause you to get to the cutting edge of your area of specialization. If you are a person who is in a leadership position, I want to tell you that the reason why people are following you is because you have something that they desire. People are following you because you know more than they do. The moment that they begin to know more than you do, from that very day, they cease to following you. The moment that they gain more skills than you do, that from that day, they will cease to follow you. They may follow you physically, but in their minds, they become way ahead of you. Even their thinking processes become way ahead of you. Their ability to solve problems becomes much more advanced, and in actual reality, you become their follower. Not because you want to be, but the circumstances will force you to become their follower. There's a cliche that says, readers are leaders. This is very true, because if you're somebody who's committed to self-study, someone who's committed to reading books and get information from articles or journals, you are definitely going to be ahead in your area of study. When you have more knowledge in a particular area, you will be able to make more informed decisions. I take it from my own background, which is a medical background. When you're faced with a patient who comes in with an atypical or an abnormal presentation for a particular condition, it takes you to have a greater wealth of knowledge in order to be able to decipher or able to come out with an appropriate diagnosis. But if you don't have the knowledge, it's easy for you to miss a diagnosis. It's easy for you to institute the wrong form of treatment or not be able to refer the patient to the appropriate person who will be able to help them effectively. So such is life. The more knowledge you have, the greater edge you will have when you approach different things. For the person who desires to be successful in life, acquiring knowledge and developing yourself is not optional. It's something that you need to commit to. You cannot be better unless you purposely make an effort to improve. That is why athletes will focus on a particular aspect of their performance. For example, someone who's focusing on the 100-meter dash may take time to focus on their starts. How should he start the race? And how should he end the race? What must he do in order to be able to break the world record? And they need to keep practicing and keep doing this because it's only a few seconds that will make a difference from that person breaking the world record. It's only a few seconds that will allow that person to get a gold medal or a silver medal. Hence, they have to practice and develop themselves at a particular aspect of that race that will help them to have an edge over their purposeful self-development will give you an edge over your competitors. It will give you an edge in business. It will give you an edge in your education. It will give you an edge in every area of your life. The world has become a global village, and there are so many things that you can access on the internet. You can actually attend online courses on the internet. You can enroll for a degree over the internet that is accredited. So the world has become a global village and competition is high. The world is looking for people who are skilled personnel. The world is looking for people who are good in their area of specialty. People who are standing head and shoulders above the rest. People who are like that are people who are highly sought after. And I want to tell you that you that are listening to me can become that person who's highly sought after. But it begins with self-development. develop. I was listening to Mr. Bezos, the owner of Amazon, and he said something that was so profound. He said that you may be born with a gift, but it is up to you to develop that gift. That is what will give you the cutting. So what are you going to do in order to develop yourself? The first thing you need to do is to overcome pride. You need to understand that you don't know everything. Even if you've been in a field for many years, you need to accept the fact that you don't know everything, and you need to prepare yourself to learn every day. And if you're much older, maybe in your area of specialty, humble yourself. You might just learn something from a junior person or someone younger than you are. The second thing that you need to do is look for a mentor. You can either hire a mentor, which will cost you some money, but you may be guaranteed of getting a very good service. Or you can work for a mentor, which is really great because you'll learn their modus operandi and you have actual direct contact with that mentor, and you are able to see how they conduct themselves day after day and how they cope with the different challenges in life. So that's really great if you work for a mentor. Or you can actually find a mentor that you will shadow. But the problem with that one is that it will depend on whether that mentor has time for you or not. So there will be some limitation with that one. But the most important thing is find a mentor and start being mentored by somebody so that you can be able to develop yourself. The third thing that you can do to develop yourself is to actually read a book. We are living in the technological age, and reading is falling out of popularity. People don't like reading that much these days. People will spend a lot of time reading messages on WhatsApp and on Facebook. And some people who do reading, they will not read an actual hard copy book. They will actually want to read an ebook. But there's still something quite powerful in getting an hard copy book and opening it and actually sitting down and reading it, because books are powerful. They communicate knowledge, and people's thoughts are encapsulated in a book. So if someone has got a lot of things that they want to say about a particular subject and they don't have the time to sit down and teach people because the information they know is voluminous and it will take them hours and hours and hours upon hours to teach something, so they will feel that it's better for them to write all their knowledge and put it in a book and disseminate it and actually earn an income from it by propagating that particular idea. So I'm not saying reading hard copy books is the only thing you can do. You can get ebooks as well, because they will still have good information. In fact, hard copy books these days are being changed into ebooks. It's good. It's saving paper and printing as well. So you can get an ebook. And also, you can also listen to audiobooks. I've also begun to do that, which actually helps you to save time. You listen to an audiobook while you're driving, or while you're at home cooking, or in your office. It will save you a lot of time, and you can actually listen to more books and be able to cover more information in a short space of time. But either way, you need to get books. You need to go through books, whether it's through Audible, whether it's a hard copy, read it, whether it's an ebook that you read on your electronic device. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get information in, and that information is going to change the way you behave, and it's also going to change your belief system. And once your thoughts change, your life will change. So the fourth thing you need to do is to attend conferences or a seminar or a workshop where people are discussing the things that you're interested in. If you're someone who's interested in business, don't just be a business person in isolation. Attend a conference, attend a seminar where people are discussing issues to do with business. Why is that important? Number one, it will help you to network with people. Secondly, you will get ideas. And thirdly, you will save yourself from making the same mistakes that those people have made. You can learn from other people's mistakes, and they will be able to advise you of what you need to do and what you must not do. So it's very important to attend conferences. The fifth thing that you need to do in terms of self-development is to gain a skill. Refuse to be ordinary. Gain a skill. Gain something, do something, even if it's something that may not seem so big. Like for example, you might just learn to play a guitar. Begin to exercise your mind. Apply your mind to something. Gain a skill this year. Try and do something that's going to be able to improve your cognitive function. Something that's going to be able to challenge your brain so that you can be able to think outside of the box and apply yourself. Don't just sit in front of the TV and become a couch potato. Purpose in your heart to develop yourself this year. Gain a skill. I want to tell you that success does not happen by accident. Success is something that you actually pursue, and success is something that you can achieve. But there are particular habits you have to adopt, and one of those habits is the one we talked about today, which is self-development. If you purpose in your heart to begin to develop yourself every day, every month, and every year, I can assure you, you will be at the top of your specialty and whatever area that you are interested in. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is Dr. Franklin, life strategist. Till next time, goodbye.